Hello, my friend. Welcome on. Well, my friends. There's multiple friends in here. Well, maybe I'm just talking to you. I don't know. Hi, how are we doing, everybody? Welcome on in. Welcome on in, my friends. There we go. Hello, how are we doing? Oh my gosh. Good to have you all out here. Hi, welcome on in. Happy Monday. Hope y'all have had a lovely weekend. It's good to see y'all again. Oh, it's a beautiful day out here. It is. The weather has been awesome these last few days, and been living it up as much as I can from my office working on Minecraft videos. It's fine. It's fine. I feel like my camera's a little high today. Probably from when we were standing. Yeah, okay. Well, no, I decided I want to go back up there. All right, that's fine. Feels like summer. Yeah, except it was 40 degrees when I woke up this morning, so you know, not quite summer.
Things fWhip.
It's going. It's going. Holy cow, so many people became members before the stream. Stuart, thank you for becoming a member almost 50 minutes ago. Jinxie, thank you for the 20 months as a mega fan. 20 months of pure entertainment. Don't forget to toss a like to your Flipper. Thank you so much, Jinxie. I really do appreciate that. And Eggs coming in on YouTube with the 39 months. Thank you so very much, my dude.
Oh, many greetings.
Joel, did you just give 100 subs? Thank you.
Oh, many greetings.
That got me off guard. I was not expecting that. Oh wow. All right, we're gonna be hearing this. I hope you all feel very greeted for
many greetings.
Random Geek got the first redemption over on Twitch as well. 40 Shrimp, how we doing? NM Jazz, how we doing? Astrocat, how we doing? Anima, lovely to see ya. Lightmark, hello. Oh my gosh. Robin, Kakoop, Spuddy or Yeti, hello. Tash, how we doing? Jinxie, how we doing? Hello. Simsy, how we doing? Ellen, hello, howdy. Minita, hi. Profi Sloth, hello. Jewel, again, thank you so very much, dude. I really do appreciate that. That's so very kind of you. Thank you. You absolutely just broke the alerts feed. My alerts feed is actually just like freaking out. It's just not, it's just flashing up and down and the list of names coming through. It'll sort itself out. It's fine. It just needs a thinking moment.
Oh, many greetings.
Million, thank you so much for being here. Cass, hi, how we doing? Hello. I did see the song that you posted in the Flip Art channel. I'm not gonna do a react to it. I try to not give AI created stuff a lot of space on it. Feel free to create how you like to create, how you want to create, but I prefer to not give too much space to AI created content. So I appreciate you thinking of me, and yeah, I'm not gonna be pulling it up on stream. RK Knight, hello, was petting doggo. Well, excellent reason to be late. Welcome on in. Little Black Raven, hello.
Greetings.
Helleborus Angel, hello, how we doing? Tweak, hi. JJ Bird, how we doing? Oh my gosh. Make sure y'all say thank yous if you got a gift sub from Jewel in here. Thank you so very much for being here. Yeah, if any of you did get the gift sub, make sure you join the Discord. You can get access to world downloads. You can get access to the texture pack. And more recently, I have updated all of my schematics and put those up for download for all of my trees. So if you would like to get those, the downloads are available. If you also want to do just like a one-time support as well, they're up on Patreon, available for just like a one-time store purchase. But I did want to give an update. So a little quick glimpse of that. All of these trees that are in here, minus that one because I'm not happy with it yet, but all of these trees that are over in here, including a new kind of weeping pale oak tree that I was working on, and some new palm tree designs, those are all up there for anybody who wants to get access to them. Anybody with a tier 1 membership or higher already has access, or they're available for one-time stuff on Patreon if you want them. But yeah, I designed this one a few days ago. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I think it's kind of fun. It's a simple guy. I want to make a few more varieties of it. I'm trying to think of how we can do some custom pale oak trees, but this is kind of the vibe that I got going for. Similar to how I do acacia trees, but then I just did like the weeping of the hanging vines off of it. I think it turned out pretty cool. But yeah, that stuff's all up there. We're going for a while. Cass, thank you so much for the 25 months. Anima, thank you so much for the 39 months. And Ryan Stewart, thank you so much for the 35 months. Also, Lightmark, I didn't miss you. Thank you so very much for the 9 months, my dude. Thank you. I really do appreciate it.
Greetings.
We're gonna be here for a bit. What do you need in order to use the schematics? There are Lightmatica schematics on there, and then there are also Axiom blueprints on there. You can download whichever pack that you would like. So you can kind of check those out. I liked how BW used the pale leaves and vines for his fishing spot swamp tree feel. Yeah, that worked out pretty well. The pale oak, the pale leaves and the pale hanging vines are really good for weeping willows. You just have to go for like that like gray tone of them. ODST, thanks so much for the 20 months, my dude. Good to have you.
Many greetings.
Thank you for taking the time to pet the grunt flip yap. There you go. You have the happy gas? No, I'm not in the new update yet. I don't play in snapshots. I wait till they're fully out. But no need to spam all caps, my friend. But yeah, should be good.
Many greetings.
If you build in a dark oak biome, what would be the build style? I've done like a hidden village underneath the trees in a dark oak forest. But I don't know. I haven't really done anything in a dark oak area for a while. I feel like I'd want to do... Part of me wants to do like a big logging camp in a dark oak forest, but I feel like the way that I build trees now, if I go to a dark oak forest, those trees, Minecraft trees feel so small with the way that I build custom trees now.
Many greetings.
So I feel like if I go and move into a dark oak forest, it's just gonna be removing all the trees and rebuilding them as bigger trees. Like
many greetings.
And maybe we'll do that one day. Oh, hello. Why are we lagging? Why did my camera just die? Hello? We still here?
Many greetings.
Oh, yep, we're back. That was weird. I was loading into the creative world. Yes, and true. I feel like could kind of do like almost like a ranger settlement in the dark oak or something like that could be cool. Yeah, sorry. That was... I've been having a lot of lag recently when booting up a world in 1.21.5. Are we back? Are we alive? If it's laggy, just refresh. How much RAM do I have dedicated? I have 12 gigs dedicated. Why is it freezing when I... No, that was me. That was mine. YouTube doing YouTube. No, that was me clicking to load into the Minecraft world.
Many greetings.
But...
many greetings.
Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, trees. I feel like
many greetings.
Dark oak forest, I feel like I don't have one nearby me that I would want to move into. But here, let's jump into the Minecraft world. We can go scope out. We're going to be working here today. We're going to be doing some creative planning.
Many greetings.
I'm very excited for it. We are going into new Papyrus again. So we're working over here. We've got the big library right there.
Greetings.
So I kind of wanted to move around this point. And those new palm trees I designed, put a few of them in here, which I think are pretty cool. And then I want to do some larger houses in here, like fancier ones, because they're right next to the library. And then behind that, over here, I want to do like a big bazaar. So like trade stalls and whatnot going throughout this entire place. And then I want to do like a strip of trees here, a little path on the side. And then this guy, we can actually, let's just grab the smear tool. We'll just fix it as we're going.
Many greetings.
Actually, let's go back to here. Let's have this actually step up pretty quickly. And then we'll just fix this real quick.
Many greetings.
Do a little bit of that. And we'll take this guy and just stack it. So that's gonna be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've taken down the entire
many greetings.
There's like a big sandy hill here that I just destroyed. So then we can bring that over here. I'm kind of going with like a grid system for the city that I think would be pretty cool to have all of our roads kind of working around on grids and just giving it a lot more form to it versus to contrast against the very natural shaping that we have in Path. I think like the straight roads in here could be kind of cool for that. So I'm gonna go off of this vibe for now. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Many greetings.
It's fun to see some new Papyrus builds. Yeah, I mocked this one up off of something I found on Pinterest a while ago. I unfortunately lost it because I forgot to save it. But I really like how this one shapes out. These in here are going to be much larger structures. Just so that they feel a little bit grander compared to this city block that we have here. And then something like this is going to be probably be like here with like a very big, maybe like a smaller street splitting it, and then there, because I don't want them all to be the same size grid, but like I want to have like a lot of roads being straight lines in here. I think could be fun. Yeah, we're gonna be hearing many greetings, so I hope you all feel very, very greeted today. Click the like button if you haven't already. I very much do appreciate it. But I got to regen some chunks into the 1.21.5 stuff. Greetings. Yeah, so like we have this dark oak forest here. Oh, that's actually a pale garden in the world. We have the village. I actually fully just ran with that one. I didn't do any creative planning for it. So we have that like iron mining village right here that I did around Christmas time. So we have that, but then we have a dark oak out here. But I feel like dark oak forests for me, they're just like, I do love the grass color. I think the grass color is really, really cool inside of them. But I'm not sure what I would do in here. I tend to just kind of avoid the biome, to be honest. I used it mostly just to resource gather, just a backdrop throughout. But yeah, there's just not a whole lot of space, unless we clear them out. But we could do, I don't know, maybe like some fantastical race or something in there, a little settlement. A place that I do want to get to soon is we have had this. Oh God, hello. We've had this road to here. My creative world, I feel like I need to make a new version of it and then like import the stuff I'm still working on into that, because it's been really laggy since I updated it. But the actual hardcore world's fine though. But I'm thinking like we need to bring this up here, and like this stretch of the island out on this side needs something. I don't know if we're gonna continue that through or not. I feel like it needs something, but we do have our little first Murloc camp right there. That has some custom trees around it in the hardcore, like actual world. And then I haven't been doing too much over here, but there is another dark oak forest. To load everything. On the far side of where we're doing this landscape here, there is another. This is where I do a lot of my tree chopping. This is the dark oak forest that I mostly come over and chop trees from. And then up here is that other pale garden. It's just not in this version.
Many greetings.
Your Hidden Village 2.0. Love to see your modernized version of it. That could be kind of fun. Yeah, so we got that we're still working on. I've spent a little bit more time cleaning things up. I've spent a little bit more time down in there too. But today I'm kind of thinking after the nether tree. I've talked about it before, but I want to go out to Papyrus. So we're going to run over there if it'll go.
Many greetings.
What's the best start to a hardcore city? There is no best start to building a city. Anybody claims that's the best start to building something is very wrong. I do want to design some new trees to go out here. I like all the palm trees, but I kind of want to do like a little acacia tree that pops up and kind of does a little bit of like a sunshade, like arching out this way over the corner of it. I think it would be pretty cool. To get started today, though, I would like to just spend a little bit of time mocking up some building shapes and get those sorted so we can get the layout in here. So we have this little walkway here that I like how it frames and goes through and kind of fills, and it'll give a glimpse into the library. Down here we've got what's going to be a small garden, probably like a water feature or something in the middle of that, kind of to mimic the water feature that we have up here. Just like a bigger version of them.
Many greetings.
Do you think spawn proof with lava is a good idea, even if it takes 50 hours to do a whole perimeter? You're doing lava source blocks on the bottom of an entire perimeter.
Many greetings.
Good or bad, because it's going to create light sources, and if you ever fall into it, you're dead. So I feel like there's a lot of easier, less deadly ways to do it. But, you know, if it looks cool, why not? Go for it if you want to do it. Also, ODSD, thank you so much for the dono. And Cultural Tech, thank you for the 8 months. Appreciate that. Been limiting myself to building only with the beta block palette and style. No upside down stairs. Ooh, gross. And it's very refreshing. Yeah. Have fun. That ain't for me.
Many greetings.
But anyways, along here, I wanted to divide this up into 5 houses. So I'm thinking we could do like a 7 right there. Maybe we'll bring this one back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm trying to think of how we can divide it up into
Hello, many
5.
greetings.
And we'll just get the rough shape in here. 1, 2, 3. That would be...
Hello, many greetings.
Need one more to... I mean, actually, it's fine to be in like that. And then we can kind of do a little... Maybe have like this be a little doorway coming through, so we can have like a little space where they can go through. 6, 7, 8, 9.
Hello, many greetings.
And then how many blocks does that give me here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah.
Hello, many
and then
greetings.
that can kind of just come along this way. 1, 2, 3. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Hello, many greetings.
8, 9. Yeah, we'll do that. Sweet.
Hello, many greetings.
Yeah, so we'll do that in here, and then we can turn this. This can just come out to this way, and then fill in here. That'll just be like some dirt road or something.
Hello, many greetings.
And then we'll just have this like slabbing up here. Give that some border off of it. 'Cause I got 2 blocks on that side too. Okay, so that evens it out.
Hello,
Is it a texture pack you use for Java or Bedrock? It's a Java texture pack that I made myself. You do have a tier 1 sub though, so you can go get the download if you'd like to. If you're on Java.
Hello, many
So
greetings.
1. So that's 3. So it's whatever that is. Actually.
Hello, many greetings.
And then this will be like a little walkway that comes through here. And bring that all the way out over to here.
Hello, many greetings.
And I think I'm just going to mimic that same... Why not? It can just be a box.
Hello, many greetings.
Go this way. Go this way. Go that way. Bring these guys out to here. And they can just
Hello,
go
many
like
greetings.
that. And we have house. Look at that. 5 houses right there. I want these to be all like merchant houses, like some sort of a profession in there. So that they can like kind of interact with the trade bazaar in here a little bit more. Yeah, this is Axiom. Also, my friends on YouTube, if you haven't already, click the like button. Helps me out a ton. I really do appreciate it. We're getting through the notifications. Don't worry. They're getting there. Actually.
Hello, many greetings.
That was not the last one. I thought that was the last one. I'm sorry. It paused for a second. Matthew Hunter, thank you so much for the 28 months. Loved your content for years, but due to college, I've stopped being a member. Us to watch, but no money. Sorry, man. Hey, absolutely no worries at all. Please take care of yourself first. Good luck in college. Good luck at all that stuff.
Pleased to meet you.
I totally understand. Take care of yourself first.
On Friday,
they were done.
_fWhip heart.
Pleased to meet you.
Good luck on the journey, Cass. Good luck on the journey.
Monday,
Make sure you give yourself a lot of space for growth and everything else that comes along with it.
Pleased to meet you.
But thank y'all so much for the support. We're getting through all the notifications now, so just bear with it for a moment or two. All right, off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I kind of like 13. Actually, that's
been limiting myself
kind of the
to
same length as that
only
one,
with
but
the beta block palette and style. No upside down stairs, slabs, glass panes, etc. It's been very refreshing.
Pleased to meet you.
I hope fWhip and everyone in chat feels
we're gonna just
the
actually
greetings.
box this guy after here. He's gonna go just straight up to the corner. But then we might actually bring that back into here.
I've loved your content for years, but due to college, I have to stop being a member. I'll still watch, but for now no money. Sorry, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Please never feel bad. If you got to take care of yourself first, that is always the priority. I totally understand. Please make sure y'all are looking out for yourselves first before you're supporting any content creator and any before you give anybody any money in life. Make sure your own needs are met first.
Hey, for real.
Just tossing a coin to my fWhip.
At Clem, thank you so much for the donut, my dude. I just appreciate it. College is so expensive. Best of luck to all the students out there. It really is. It's even got more expensive since I was in there. Are you excited to add dry grass and cactus flowers to new Papyrus? I'm mostly excited. Yeah, I am excited for that, yes. But I'm really, really excited for the... firefly bush because I changed the texture on it. I've already done this section in the hardcore world, but like being able to have this, I think it'd be so cool. I mean, let's go. Why not? First distraction. Because you can place this on... Oh, you can't place it on sand. No, never mind. But I was thinking, like, just buried in here. Getting a little bit more of the brown tone in. Like, this just seems to me would be absolutely so cool. Nordic Engineer, thanks so much for the 4 months, my dude. I really appreciate that. Thank you. So, like, you get a little bit buried into there. You get those, which is kind of fun. And then the dry grass... I'm going to be bringing around the back and kind of using that to like dither out from... This is kind of a bad spot, that hilly section. Yeah, let's go in here.
Greetings from Germany.
But this kind of gives the illusion that like the grass was in here, and it can kind of help us blur the line between where it goes from sand to being in this. Gonna create a lot of the desert sounds, but that's okay. It's like a whole stretch like that in here, and then if we get our firefly bush back and add a few of those dotted around these points, they're very easy to get, thankfully. You just need a bone meal and you can duplicate them. So the particles could potentially be a lot when we get into nighttime, but I think it could also be really worth it. Like something like that, I feel like is so cool, being able to like blur out from the... This was the first thought I had when I saw all of this. So Fieldy, thank you so much for the 7 months. I really appreciate it. What's the best shaders pack on Bedrock? Vibrant Visuals. It's in beta right now. Wait for the official Minecraft one to come out. But yeah, so we have that, and then if we go into what can I do? The only weird part is that we'd be getting all these particles, but that's kind of like, I don't know, I feel like firefly particles around the river, kind of a vibe. And also it's only when you're close, so like from a distance, like there's some down there they aren't generating, but I kind of love it. Like, just listen to the sounds. Y'all hear that? Isn't that so cool? Aren't those sounds so good in the new update? Isn't that like, I really want to do that. Oh. Just heard a whoosh. Dude, Minecraft did cook with 1.21.5. Fireflies are so awesome. I'm waiting for the server I play on to update to 1.21.5. I got so many ideas for so many new things. Yeah. I'm excited. I don't know if I like the firefly bush or if I like the tall grass even more, because like being able to just come in and do something like that is so good, dude. Oh, it's so good. And then we also have the cactus flower, and we also have the bush. The cactus flower, I can come over and replace some of my amethyst with the cactus flower, but I might honestly leave these because we did all the amethyst buds over here to be little bits. And we've also done like oh, that one grew a cactus flower. We've also grown like torch flowers on tops of some of them, so like that's all pretty cool stuff. But then we also have the bush now, which I'm just so excited to be able to bring in and kind of like use along leaf blocks and kind of extend the leaf blocks out a little bit more. I really want to work on some custom textures for the bushes and get a few varieties to it. So I'm very excited for all those. I really hate these trees down here. But yeah, so that's kind of a little glimpse into what I've had. How long you had your hardcore world for? Because I was following it on YouTube and you stopped posting it. I posted a new one 2 weeks ago, and I'm also working on the next one right now. Hardcore world is 3.5 years old, something like that. 3.5, a little over 3.5. What am I doing here? Oh, we don't need that. But yeah, so today I just want to do a little bit of creative planning in Papyrus. I've just been kind of wanting to vibe and hang and work on some stuff. We've been doing so much misadventures everything recently, which has been awesome. I've been really enjoying misadventures, but I've been very much missing the creative streams. 4, 5. I kind of want to give this one like a... and then like just send that back over to here. And then we can kind of give it like a little... maybe we open that, and this is like just like a... something like this could be kind of cool. So then this gives them like a little like private garden area. Oh, nope. So that'd be something in there. And we'd have like our door going into the building in there.
Pleased to meet you.
We'd have little windows right in there and there. And then this could potentially like open up to a little private garden that could just be accessed right back in here. I don't know. Could be kind of fun. It's a very small interior, but it would expand as we go up. A typical Anka. Thanks so much for the prime. Appreciate it. Let's bring all of this up. And then we're going to take... that can turn into like a little arch right in there. We'll just do that like double stairs or something like that. Maybe we do this one like over to here. That's the same level as the road, so that'll be fine. We just slowly create a dark, spooky pit below that the mobs will all come into. Okay, so then we get that. That's easy. You have a favorite motorcycle? I'm not really a motorcycle person, no.
Good to be back. Have a lovely day, fWhip and stream.
242, thanks so much for being here. Appreciate the 8 months, my dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's go here and then bring that up by that. And then we will just take this up another like 3. I don't know. Something like that. Could work. Or maybe this whole thing right here. Could do something like that, because then we get... yeah, we'll do that. That'll work, because then it creates a little bit of like a break for us. And then we can send it up one more block. I think it's fine. I think it's something that we can work with. We can shape it out a little bit more. About to get smacked around with work once our scale guys are finished certifying skills. Oof. Not sure what that means, but oof. I understand an oof when I see one. Yeah, this one is also a pretty big build in here. I was thinking that we take like, what's that? Let's do it off of the like a block back from the front again. And then we could take this and stack it. That'd be 11 blocks. My friends, if you haven't already clicked the like button, it helps me out a ton. I really do appreciate it. Thank you everybody for doing it. Ooh, that needs to come up. Well, actually, this would just be like slabs in here, but probably like a slab there and there. Probably won't be mud, but we'll just put that in there as a placeholder for now. When did you build that sock tower? Is that a sock tower? That's been there for a while. A lot of people wanted me to redo it, but I've kind of been enjoying. The more I've been like leaving it there and putting more things around it, I'm not hating it. Oh. Hello, Minecraft. Please don't die. Do you have any plans to expand your massive custom mountain train in the coming future? Yeah, I want to get to that soon. I want to do a video themed around... Okay, so I have so many blocks that I built. Minecraft, why are we dying? Minecraft just like... It's been freezing today. It's just this world. I'm really annoyed about it. But yes. Oh, did it? It just died. 1 second. It's still having that memory leak. I don't know what it's causing it. Let me reboot Minecraft. It's only in this instance, too. I don't know. I've taken out a ton of mods, and it's still happening. I thought it was ferret core, but I'm not sure. It was happening in 1.21.4, and now it's happening in 1.21.5, too. And I'm like, I took out, like, so many of my mods. So, I don't know. 1 sec. I gotta reboot Minecraft real quick. It's doing a broken. I'm not sure.
Pleased to meet you.
Hey fWhip, have those small resin trees been made into schematics for Lightomatica yet?
Yep, they are Cozy Covey. They should all be in the new one. If they're not, please let me know and I'll get it updated. Looks like building from Minecraft 1.2, no offense. It's a good thing that it's just a very quick plan that is the base shape of a building. Oh. Okay, we're back. Maybe. There it is. Okay. Now we're here. So I want to bring this all up another one on the outside just so that we can have like a I guess I need to bring that up. Maybe I bring this all down one. I think I do that because otherwise we're getting really tall. It's kind of fun to have some taller buildings, but I'm not really wanting to do like a ton of super tall buildings. Like these ones are definitely meant to be taller than the rest of the stuff, but not by like a ton, you know? Oh, geez. I try and do something the easy, simple way without doing it the easy, simple way, and I got so many problems. Yeah, we can do something like that. That'll work. Yeah, because then that'll be able to get us down here. Because I want to be able to use that to walk down into this garden space. Here, we're going to have some stairs. What can I just throw in for some temporary ones? We'll just throw in spruce for now. Why not? That'll be fine. That'd be like stepping up into the building. Maybe I give this a little bit more space in here. No, it'll be fine. We'll leave it as is. No offense, they say in an offensive way. That's usually how people use it. People don't really know how to use the phrase no offense that much. They think it's like a free pass to say something offensive. So I'm like, yeah, no, you know, different, slight difference. Okay, so this I want to do like a little outcropping in here, and that's gonna be like a staircase going up, but this will be like a small little retaining wall so they could have their own little private garden. Fancy schmancy. Was kind of thinking we could mirror that along this side too, but maybe make it a little bit larger. Is this we're kind of got a lot of building space in here, and then just following along this curve that we have. We have this weird open point in the middle, which I'm okay with like having as like a small retreat. So that's 5 blocks. That's actually a good amount of space in there. Like this building could just occupy this space. Smaller one for sure. I think that's okay. And then we can, that'll be like a little back garden area in here. That'll just be for the private residents who actually live in this space. Let's go this way. Just extrude that up one. What's that? That's, I don't really care. We'll just send that to here for now. The desert style buildings are very square, but it's all about like how can we break up the square so it's not square. Because like you see here, like this is a rectangle, but we just have one section that comes out a few blocks farther in front on one of them. So maybe we do that here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'll just do that. I think that'll be okay. Do you have a professions thought out? Do you have professions thought out for new Papyrus? Are you thinking to do another sub collab? Another what collab? Sub collab? What do you mean? But we have a lot of librarians who trade glass in there. So this is a very big librarian villager trading hall. I also want to, and we have a massive sugarcane farm underneath. We have 2 big, huge sugarcane farms under there in the actual hardcore world. So we're kind of on the paper trading train over here. Those are all villager cured in there.
New tweet exclamation mark colon underscore f with up colon underscore f with up colon
Yentl,
underscore f
36
colon underscore f with up
months.
colon underscore f with up colon underscore f with up colon underscore f with up colon underscore f whip heart.
Why did I only go 1 heart? Why did I do something colon blah blah then only 1 heart? Was rude. Yentl, thank you so much for the 3 years at tier 2. Thank you. Collaboration with subscribers. Oh, to like have people build out the interiors of these. I'm gonna reserve that just for Path for now, because I think that's the smartest way to do that, to actually get that project done, which I really need to get on there and start actually giving people reviews again. I very, very much apologize for being slow on that. So I'm gonna try and get on there tomorrow and do a lot of the reviews. But then outside that, yeah, I'm not too sure if I wanted, I don't want to extend that out to new places yet when we haven't finished the first. So it's kind of depend on how that all goes, I guess. And then we'll see from there. I think this one right here, we're just gonna top it off to here. Actually, maybe we bring this down. Then it's closer to that stair level. Then it's only a block up, and that's a lot more believable. So that's into there. This guy we didn't finish expanding up. He's gonna go up to there. I kind of want to create like this stacking feeling of all of these, like looking back towards all of it. Like we could do something like that. That's the same height here, so we'll raise that up another 2. This guy's okay being a little bit shorter. They're actually all about the same height as we have over here, which is good, but they're just bigger footprints. So I think that's a-okay. I really did like what I did there with that random like thing sticking out up the top. It's barely decorative. It's kind of just got like a fountain in it, so I want to do more stuff like that. I want to do a lot more of these like overhangs. We're just trying to figure out where those are going to position in. What do you prefer, odd number of blocks in a building or even number of blocks? I go with odds typically. I think it's just easier to mess around with that type of stuff. Let's go here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what, 7? Yeah, perfect. That's 3. There we go. Okay, so that'll be the heights of those buildings, which I think is kind of a cool view from in here. Feels a little like it's stacking. Some will be a little bit taller than others. It looks like a wind tower because I love because it's a real functional element. Yeah, it's kind of, I feel like this kind of works. Is this the rich side of town? This is definitely a richer area. We're right next to the library, so I thought of it, and we're right next to this park here, which is kind of extending out of the library. So I thought larger, kind of fancier homes in there worked out pretty well. This side, I was thinking about doing it too, but we are going right into the docks, so I'm not too sure if we want to go like our fancy then like coastal area right there. But who knows? Maybe we'll extend ourselves out into the water a bit. We also need to jumping all over the place because we can. I was thinking here along this upper rock line, we bringing in a lot of these dry grass, desert grass, kind of gives that like coastal vibe that I was going for when I originally built this. It just didn't want to put dead bushes everywhere. Didn't mean to press the button. But I was thinking we could have some of these down here to kind of help add a bit more of a border of what is beach versus what is just kind of like desert, you know? So I thought we could kind of do something like that along here. Which you could just bone meal sand for dry grass. But it's so easy once you get into the desert. All you have to do is find one, shear it, and then literally all you do to get more is you just bone meal the dry grass and you get more. Like, it's really easy to find it. I think it's better than being able to bone meal sand and get something out of the sand. My friends, click the like button if you haven't already. We got 800 people in here and we're at 460 likes right now. Help me out. Appreciate it. I can get that for the same general reasons. I don't know if you're talking to me, but looks like a proper beach now. Yeah. There's something stuck in my tooth. Very annoying. I was eating an apple before stream, and I think I got a piece of apple stuck in my tooth. Oh no. This is gonna just be like a little tiny house right here. We'll go like that, so it's a little bit taller than that guy. And their entrance into their house is gonna be in there. And then they're also gonna have a little balcony up here. Let's go. Oops. Something like that, maybe. I don't really know. We're gonna shape these out as we're moving. I'm mostly just like in the thought process today. Add 1 or 2 mansard roof to break in the shape as you mentioned earlier. What's a mansard roof? Mansard roof. I don't think that really fits the vibe that we're going for here. I'm trying to keep it very flat because there'd be no moisture, whereas that's a very slopey roof. We'll have some domes, and then I'm also adding in like towers and things to give more height variety. So maybe we could do like a tower right over in this area. Like we could, I mean, we have a tower right there. We have a tower right there. Maybe we just have one on that block and one on that block. So I think it's gonna give a good amount of variety,
Pleased to meet you.
especially from back
Hello
here.
there.
Like that doesn't look bad to me. I think, and especially like up here, I think that's a decent amount of height variety to all of it. We also haven't stacked up those buildings in the back. They're going to be a little taller because they're on the hillside. Elking Poolet, thank you so much for the 2 months. Appreciate it. Are you going to build vertical windmills? Yeah, we already got 2 out here. We need to get a little bit more farming action going around this stretch. We're gonna have to, once we finish, we got 2 river projects in this world right now. We really got to clean this one up and get it moving. Really got to get back here and get the rest of this red sand gathered up. Bell tower. I don't think we're gonna build any specific bell towers, but maybe these towers would have like a bell in them. Like, there's not really much space in here. It's only literally 1 block. There's a lantern in it. Is that a bell? Have fun. Boss expects me to actually work now. Ugh. How could they? Rude. What do we do here? Did we just do like a... I feel like a full box is not the vibe. Maybe we do like... I mean, that kind of... Yeah, we'll have it stick out on one side. That works. Can you give me some tips for terrain? Like, how did you do those rocks in the harbor area? You just create a blob. That's literally, quite literally all I did for those. If it looks blob shaped, you're going the right way. That is unfortunately the secret to building rocks in Minecraft. Okay, so we can do something like this. Maybe even this one, just so it's not mimicking that exactly. Comes out. Breaks up that shape a little bit more. Because then we can even do like a little bit of one right here. I don't know. And then let's go off the back corner here, but like in a block on all sides. And we can go, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that 9 by 9? I can't tell. 1 shy. Yeah, then we could just do this. And we get some more height on the back here, and it doesn't look too out of place either. What do you think about the Minecraft movie? I enjoyed it. I give it like a 7 out of 10. It was enjoyable. I enjoyed my time watching it. I thought I had a really good time just like being there for all of it. Granted, I was at the premiere too, so like that was definitely a big hype of all of it, feeling extra special. Yeah, I thought the movie was good. I think the jokes are good. I think the vibe of the movie was on point with what I was expecting it to be. I think there's a few issues with like pacing. Just if some things felt like they were a little too fast and other things felt a little too slow. But otherwise, I thought it was good. Like, no complaints really. Where's he building at? We are in New Papyrus right now, far to the west side of the world. Yeah, I feel like that's a good little like stack of buildings in here. So we think about it from the street. Like that feels pretty good. It still makes this feel grand because we don't want these things to get too large. Walking back in here, the palm trees still feel very tall, which is good. And the buildings feel like they're stacking. You can see what's behind each other. I think that's good. Over here, I think we got some decent interest on like the roof shapes, which is fun. Please build anti-agnostic societies in your hardcore world, like something to lore-wise to explain witches, necromancy, and dragons. Minecraft, in terms of Minecraft stuff, potentially yes. I don't typically go for any like outside of Minecraft lore-wise things, so I kind of would just leave it at that probably. But who knows? I do want to add more things that explain more of the Minecrafty civilizations and how they exist in here. I think that kind of stuff's pretty fun. So maybe. I'm always amazed at the shapes you're able to create before texturing happens. It's all rectangles. That's the secret. Well, there's one non-rectangle. Everything else in here is a rectangle. Just different rectangles added together. Make a big rectangle. And do one of those little wind tower things here. That'll give us a little bit more height. I think we can just take it up to... Yeah. It'll be kind of like one of those guys, so it'll be a lot skinnier with walls and stuff, but then that gives a little bit more glimpse to it. Cool. And then this is kind of fun to be able to get like a glimpse from here to a glimpse into the library. I tried mimicking the shape of that big arch just on a smaller scale, so. Would you ever consider creating a little crescent green ditches like the ones they used in deserts to revitalize those places in real life? Probably not. I think it's absolutely amazing what they're doing IRL with that. Like, it's really, really cool. But I just don't think it would really fit in the Minecraft-y vibe I'm going for. Let's see. That's 4, 5. So that's 1, 2, 3. Oh. That's gonna be extending out to there. And then we will take you. Yeah. This'll work. That's the same height as that. I want to bring it up one more. We don't want this to be like... I mean, it's going to be cool having this in here, but I don't want it to be like the tallest thing. Getting these pillars designed is going to be kind of interesting. I think we can just kind of design one and then move it around. I'm almost thinking... I'm really all over the place today, by the way. I kind of wanted to try, like... doing terracotta... some sandstone. And then going with like walls. I don't know if that feels too thin or not. Actually, I kind of like that. It looks pretty good. Can someone name this mod? It's called Axiom. Do you prefer more fantasy aesthetics or realism? I prefer kind of a balance between them. I don't like going full fantasy, but I also don't like going full realistic, so. How come you use different colors for the buildings so I can tell them apart? Because then we could also use, like, give it a little bit more substance. I don't know if this will be good or not. Something like that. This is new Papyrus we're in. I think that actually kind of works. Actually, I like that. We'll get some texturing and things into it too, because we can add some like end stone brick walls in here too to give a little bit variety. I also don't have continuity currently, so textures are a little I don't have connected textures currently just because the mod's not updated. So all those like lines that are kind of adding that like that line right there, they won't be there once we get continuity back up. I use chisel blocks or hieroglyphics. I feel like the chiseled blocks, we'll probably include some of them in certain places, but they feel very Egyptian to me, and I kind of like don't really like to go. I don't know. They feel very like certain theme, whereas I don't really like to force a regional theme to the builds I do. So I don't know. Probably just me overthinking it, but yeah.
Pleased to meet you.
Eddie, thank you so much for the tier 1, my dude. Appreciate that. Yeah, I think just something like that actually kind of looks good. Ugh. That feels very grand. Feels very grand. And then what can we do? Just for now, let's go sandstone. Drop that in there. Drop that in there. And what did I use up? I did cut sandstone on the entire trim. Copy that here. We'll get all the sandstone we need for this from clearing out the hill here, so it won't be a huge issue to get all of this. Still waiting on Lightmatic to release. It's on Sakura's GitHub page. Lightmatic is in 1.20, 1.5. Oh, up here we can actually just do cut sandstone, drag and drop. And drag and drop. What mod lets you do this type of thing in creative? It's called Axiom. Yeah. Ain't half bad. I've just put red sand in all of this. You can see the entire inside in here is hollow, so we do have spiders everywhere. But that's okay. How do you make those pillars? We just did it like 3 minutes ago on stream, if you want to rewind and go look. A lot of this I was thinking for the edge is probably going to be some form of, actually maybe we do this as like, I'm just kind of messing around today. We're just jumping around. I know I was planning out the shapes of things, but we're gonna just get rid of you. Actually, I can just delete that. And we hold Control C, we can copy that. And it'll always place this direction. Yes, that's another Axiom thing. What I want to do is that, and then do jungle slabs on it, but it might be kind of weird because we have these slabs right along here, but maybe that's okay. So I want to give it a little tiny lip, but do you think we do this, or do you think we go with like a full block? So we could instead do some jungle stairs. Do like a jungle plank on the corners. Actually, what if we just extend this down going the same way? That gives us a little bit more of a lip, which I think is kind of nice. I would just go to there. A shop selling pottery shards would be cool. It would be. I think I kind of like this, though. I know the slabs work, but this is kind of cool. Do we have this anywhere else? No, it's kind of net new. So then we could even, like, bring it down a little bit. Save on the amount of jungle we need. Did I go see the Minecraft movie? Yeah, I went to the premiere in London. Warner Brothers invited me out. It was very, very cool. But the movie was fun. I really enjoyed the movie. There's so many spiders around here, dude. Yeah, I think this kind of works. I was kind of thinking we've done it before, but we've had diorite and tough as like a chiseled pattern. I was kind of thinking something like that in here could be kind of cool. Kinda. We'll mess it up as we've done before, because we use that over here, and then you can see that we brought in a lot of like just regular tough and diorite to make it look more grimy. But like that kind of gives a fun vibe for this whole place. Use frog lights or glowstone behind glass to light it up. I really don't like the look of that. I prefer to find a way to put candles or lanterns or something like that in instead, because I think we could do like Papyrus kind of does a little acacia pops, so we could have something like this. Honestly, I'll wait on lighting in here until we figure out what we want to do with all of it. But then we can just take mud, and I'll just drop that into there. What will this building be? A big market. And then I did want to, what do we, this is the middle. Ooh, we have an even middle. That's okay. That actually works out well because this is an even spacing too. No, it's not. Well, it's just going to be a pond anyways. I wanted to have a water feature in here. What do we do for it? We have another water feature over here. What blocks did I use? Just mud. Of course. More mud. I don't have a problem. And then underneath, we can just throw in some prismarine. And we can do, I want to do some walls. I'm just trying to think of what we could do to make them pop out a little bit. We could do some brick, I guess. And then do like granite. And say that one's there and one's there. Bam, 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 bam. And we just throw water in. Yeah, that works. We need to figure out what we're doing with this whole gray area. It probably is just going to turn into dirt, but then that would be kind of packed muddy too. So that could be a problem. Use acacia leaves as some drier leaves around Papyrus. Yeah. You get so good at building. You got any advice? Just keep practicing, keep at it, keep working, and you'll get there. You just gotta keep practicing. I've been doing this for many a year. Also, Eddie, if I missed it, thank you so much for becoming a member, my dude. I really appreciate the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What do I want to do with this? A fountain by waterlogging those top slabs. I really don't like the look of Minecraft's water like that. Like this, to me, I find it very ugly. I can't do it. I can't get behind it. Not good. I was thinking about doing some tapestries hanging over in the middle, like some slabs going shoop doop doop. I was gonna kind of do prismarine because we have that at the. What I'm thinking is something like these guys that we have over here at the Blue X Lotto Bazaar. Do you think we go prismarine again, or should we try a different thing to be a different cloth? Thoughts? Vibes? So we could use prismarine. We could also do. We could potentially just do some like smooth quartz and get some white in there. We could do pale oak. We could do cherry. Wait, cherry would be kind of sick. I feel like I want to try cherry. Executive decision. Do we want to go 5 wide on them? Or do we want to go with like a 2 wide? Let's just try and get a line going across. We can do something like that and obviously like mess them up a little bit more. How it gets held on. Give it a little bit of illusion or something. Yeah, I kind of like the cherry. We need to make it more natural looking because they're obviously just copies of each other. Maybe contrast the floor opposite of brown is light blue. A light blue floor, though? Is this a market? Yeah, it's going to be a big market. Hey, sneaky tiger. Oh. Oh, you're saying warped instead. Oh, to contrast the floor. Yeah, let's see. That's water. That's not warped. Can I just do that? Oh, geez. No, it did not work. Why did I type water again? Kind of works. Multiple colors. I kind of like the idea that they're just like a single big thing of color. An overgrown rooftop. It wouldn't work in a dry desert area. Glazed terracotta as floor. Ooh, that could be kind of cool. Do like some strips of glazed terracotta here.
fWhip and chat.
Stam, thanks so much for the 11 months, my dude. How are we doing today? And if we go with clone. Eyeballs. Nope, I don't like it. Overall, working going really good at the moment. Nice. The floor is looking at me. What, do you see circles and eyeballs and stuff in here? I don't know. Yeah, the warped and that kind of brings them together. What mod is that? It's called Axiom. Let's go and start just goofing around with this stuff. That's not natural. I don't know. Well, we got well, we need. Let's make a third variety, and then we'll just mix them in. I guess we could use trapdoors too. I don't know why I'm not. Bug is still here too. I don't know what causing that, but whatever. Yep, I'll be fine. Let's just go with you. Move you down to say like that one. Go with you. Move you down to like that guy. Go with you. Move you down here, and then we will rotate it, put that there, and then we got one more, which we can just do this guy. Okay. Variety. Yeah, totally. Unique. Interesting. It looks pretty good, though. I like that. I think that's fun. My plan also was to have big trees along here, and I kind of want to just take those big palm trees that I had already. So if we go into a type in a palm. Well, actually, before I do that, I want to space this out. Is there a, let's see, is there a ruler tip? Where's the middle? Let's see, we can take our ruler and go bam to bam. That's 46 blocks. So we're going to set the middle. Well, I guess we could go one off of each pillar. And then just have it be on the inside pillars. That probably works best. We could clear that. And then we can go... Bring that over there so he's on that pillar. Bring you in here so that he's on that point. I'm going to rotate him just to give him a little variety. We will take another one of these guys, move him down to the end here. And then I'm going to give him a little bit more height just so he's different. These are all trees that I've designed myself. that I used a little while ago. Actually, the first time I used these was on Misadventures for good old Jimmy needed some palm trees. Da-da-da-da. We're not going to be able to use the curved one around here probably, but that's okay. Boop, boop. Okay, yeah, I'm liking that. They're definitely a darker palm tree than what we have on these other guys, but I kind of dig it. Ollie, welcome on in. Is this Axiom still? Crazy Tool? Yeah, it is. How are we doing today? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Yeah, we're doing a little build planning around here. Work on some stuff. Do you have any tips for leaf placement on trees? Whenever I try it, it looks so cursed. I think the big thing, at least on like palm trees, an example here, you got to think of like you're using leaves to create the shape of a leaf. So you're thinking like, all right, here's a frond from a palm tree, goes down this way, and so you're trying to create those shapes to give the illusion of it. And then I would say on like another example, let's see, where's my big oak tree, my massive oak tree. Let's bring this guy up here. Why not? This guy in here, what I tried to do was come down here underneath. Well, you can see a lot of the effort went into the branches, and then you build the leaves around where the branches are, but then you can still see sky from under it. And I'm trying to create like making sure that they're not ending at the same levels, but trying to make it look a little fluffy and make it so that you can see through to see the sky excess. I think a lot of people make their trees way too thick, and that can kind of cause a lot of issues with making it look really artificial. I think that's going to do. We definitely need to come through and like retexture the top of these to get some other materials in there because it's a little flat right now. I think more bright tiles will fit in with the market. You think instead of these glazed terracotta ones? What we could do is just move them to the outside. And then we can take this. Oh. Oh, that's not concrete. So we can do that. We get a little blue in there still, but it looks more like the brown. And then we can also bring that around here, which is kind of fun. Is that the pattern? No, that's what we're using the other way. And we can take this all the way down to here. Even though it'll be cut off, it will kind of look kind of cool. Kind of look kind of cool. Kind of. And then just do that going down to here. That should do it. And then we do boop, 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 boop. Because that gives us a nice little bit of separation and kind of forces like this very fancy mosaic-y type thing. Wait, but I think vanilla is much better than modded, isn't it? I mean, I mostly play vanilla Minecraft, but I do like, if you count this as modded, then I don't agree. Because I think this is just a great tool to be able to build better in vanilla. But I do agree that sometimes modded can be a little too intense. Let's go with glazed terracotta. We can maybe take a little bit of our light gray in here. We could potentially even work in some orange. This might be a little too extreme, but if we do off of like that angle, we just would really need to get like a. We could potentially just like repeat this in here and just have the glazed terracotta mixed in with it. And then we just really mess it up. You know? Like we could do something like this. And then we grab tough, and we grab diorite. Been a fan since 1 year ago. Thanks, dude. Huh. Then we can really messy up this area in the middle here. It gives it a little bit more of like a crumbly look. Still like maintaining the pattern, but like gives it a little bit more like aged. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking we get rid of the mud brick, to be honest. Oh, that's wrong. Thoughts? Feelings? Questions, comments, concerns? You know what the building will be for yet? Yeah, it's gonna be a market. So a lot of these things are gonna be covered by market stalls and stuff once they get added in. I don't think I'm gonna do the market stalls on the first round. Just for sake of time. I would love to get a lot of buildings built out in here, and I think the market stalls could be a good later addition. Dirty blocks look better than the clean ones. Yeah, I think so. But it's also just because there's not really anything added on top of it yet. So it's just, it stands out a lot right now. Because if you think about where we haven't done it in that large scale before, but we have used that like around here, which is looking pretty easy. And I think this is pretty nice. It's much smaller scale than what we have, but you can see that like it really, really got dirtied up. And we've also done it like out here, which I think turned out pretty nice. But again, much smaller scale, so it could be partially that. I think it's a lot of earthy and sandy colors. A few more pops color would look good, I think. Yeah, we'll add that in through the market stalls because they'll all have their own little like canvases and stuff as that gets in here too. But what I did just see that I had used back in there was rock hopper. And warp block. Kind of works. And I was kind of thinking like we go to give it that border that to copy from what we did before. This has been one of the structures I've been most excited to get figured out, so kind of fun spending some time on it. Rock hopper looks off like colored beans, but maybe it's like a fancy mosaic of beans. Warped block with the terracotta reminds me of the Warden. It's kind of skulky, I guess, but yeah. I can see the horns. little horn there. A little horn there. That's funny. What do I eat for breakfast? Well, I had a nice little protein bar and an apple and some dairy-free yogurt and a protein shake, and it was pretty good. Pretty good. My friends, click the like button if you haven't. We got 1,100 people in here. We're at 600 likes right now, so I do appreciate all the support. Don't tell me this headphone's dying again. 1 second. I'm turning the music up for a second. I just got these headphones. This is like the 3rd set in a row from this company. I love their headphones, but I had one that lasted for like 2 years. And then the last 3 have all went out in like 6 months. This one's only like 3 months old. It's still working. It's just like getting noticeably quieter. That's rough. That's rough. Okay. Whatever. I'll deal with that later. Future me problem. They have a warranty. Probably, but I haven't looked into it. Alright, so we do mud. We could do some terracotta. Light gray terracotta work in here? Kind of. That's white terracotta. Yeah, light gray terracotta actually kind of... Maybe it works. I don't know. Are these builds for new Papyrus? Yeah. We're in new Papyrus right now. You like the terracotta? I don't think I do. I think we could use it down here. I don't know. That's cyan or is light gray? I always have a hard time looking through. Let's try this for now. Oh, do you think terracotta works? I think terracotta's a little too warm. But that's okay. I can use jungle, but we're using jungle as the fence already, like around the railing. So I feel like that's a little too similar to have that there and then bring it in. So we'd have to change the fence to like oak or something, which could potentially be there, but that makes it brighter. And I kind of like the darkness that we have to it right now. Or the not darkness, but like a slight darker tone. Yeah, the regular pack mode helps a lot. I mean, we won't really see a whole lot of that busyness once we get in here and actually get moving with it, but... I mean, when you're down at this level, you can't see quite as much of it, and we're not going to be flying like we are in here, so I think it works out pretty well. Weird. There. I don't know. Oh, that's... Okay. It's like, what the heck? Click the like button if you haven't already, my friends. We got 1,100 people in here. We're almost at 700 likes. I believe we can hit the 1,000. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. Maybe I have some dirt on the tile in front of the staircase to show it isn't such a, like, on here. We could do a little bit of, like, some of the dirt I don't know what's up with the new Axiom, but only dirt seems to do this, because I think it's like a slight... anything that has a directional texture, probably. Yeah, we can do a little bit of blurring. Make it look like some of the glazed terracotta got worn away as people are walking up. That could kind of work. So we can do, like, in a few of these middle points. Make it look like it got kind of washed away. You need that 1K like spoiler? Exactly, yeah. Very, very big 1K like spoiler today. Super, super huge. I don't have one. I kind of like it being a little, like, broken up around the corners. Also, we need to blend into this light gray a little bit better. How could we do that? Let's go into the gradient helper. Let's go with terracotta, light gray terracotta, and packed mud. What would we use? Dripstone. Okay, I hadn't even thought about that. That'll work. No, we don't want that. Bender, thank you so much for the prime. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dislike button. Why would you dislike the stream? That's not nice. I mean, you do you, but... okay. Yeah, I think this actually works out pretty well. I didn't even realize dripstone would have been possible. I kind of forgot it was a thing for a minute there. This work. I do wish you could turn dripstone. I get it. All always going that way is kind of a bummer. But fine. We probably don't really want any light gray terracotta on this edge here. We do need to kind of cap this off though, which I think is actually going to go right there. We'll bring some more dirt and packed mud around that. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I kind of like the terracotta. I think that's going to be kind of fun. I think it's going to make a just more interesting thing overall. Just giving it some space to shine. I don't use terracotta all that much, but it's kind of it is a fun block to work in sometimes when you can make it happen. So if we add a little bit in here, I think it could be kind of cool. And then this wall, we never finished aging this end of it to try and save a little bit of our jungle strip log material. Yeah, cool. There's dirt and new papyrus. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, I'm using a lot of dirt out here just to try and stretch it out a little bit more. And I was also thinking this would be kind of cool if we get some sherds on these. But just on top of like the entrance pillars that we have around here, these points, like they don't need to have any like thing growing out of them. Maybe they will, but I just thought it'd be kind of cool to have like little mosaic-y pots. That's kind of fun. Yeah, I like how this is coming together. I think this is a cool structure. Mangrove fences on top of the pots. Gives them a little bit more height, I guess. Just want to do like a wall. What's a good wall for? I guess a brick wall is probably closest to mangrove. What if we did this? A little spiky thing. Might be too much height. I think it's kind of red nether brick. Red nether brick. What are you on over there? Kind of tall. Yeah, I like the idea of a little something on top, but I think with the... Do we like the fences or do we like the walls? I kind of like the walls for the extra thickness. The fences feel like it just got too skinny. Yeah, I was kind of thinking, like, oh, I know people said fence and candle, but I was kind of thinking, like, wall and candle. Actually, why do I kind of want to try a light gray candle?
Pleased to meet you.
Steph Kiwi, thanks so much for the 10 months. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Blue nether brick, if only. Or a flower pot. Yeah, the axolotl bazaar's over there. I mean, flower pot's the simple option, but I just don't really want to put plants in them. Hard conduits. We're just going to put conduits on top of everything. Why are candles? Oh, no, candles are down here. I was like, why are candles not here? They're here. What's the build meant to be? Like a bazaar? Like a trade point? Round candle's kind of sick. Lightning rod's too tall. I didn't say it, but I was thinking that. Like, just as an example here of, say we got like the sheltery pottery sherd. Get some bricks, and then we get a crafting table. So we could do like this. I'm thinking like end result would be something with them like facing outwards like that. This one here we could go with I don't know. What's a angler? Because why not? Well, I guess I need 2 angler. Because then we have like both outside faces showing. Then it gives it a little bit more of like a mosaic-y decal on the front, just because it has like that extra lip. I wish there was a way to create a pot that was a sherd, but nothing's in the middle. Like, instead of this blank side, being able to get that like top little trim on it. Oh, that'd be so nice. But then we get this kind of like look on the outside, which I think is fun. Pots, then walls, then heavy cores would be really nice. You're right, true. Traders for your own Silk Road are to meet there. True. Snort pottery sherd goblin reference. True. If this is new Papyrus, is there Papyrus somewhere? Yeah, back in the original The original series, building with fWhip. My first ever build was in that series was Papyrus. Yeah, so once we get the road texturing in here, because there's a lot of coarse dirt, there is packed mud that comes up throughout all of it, which just makes it a little bit easier to blend into other things, because that's just kind of like making it look like there's some carts coming up and down. We'll figure out more of it as it comes later. We've still got those buildings over there to shape out. We just kind of got fully bizarre distracted and need to go back and finish those before we get too far gone. We've almost been going for 2 hours today. Oof. Time flies when you're having fun, right? Huh? I don't know where this road's going beyond all of this, so. Okay, do that. Bring this guy out over here a little bit more. There we go. Makes it easy. This is a little too strict over here. It's a start. It's a little start for now. Have you played with the Axiom Noise Painter? I have a little bit, yeah. It's kind of weird to get used to. I think I'm not a fan of using Axiom stuff for texturing. It's a good like first round, but then I find myself like redoing a lot of it, which is not super fun. Okay, let's go back to doing these because we need to. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, I would like this one to come up here, because then what, we have a space for a door. Let's actually extend it all up one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, let's bring it back in one. Give ourselves a little lip on that side. They can have like a little tiny balcony stretching around there. That will come up to here. Sure, why not? This guy's gonna come over the street there, so let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll just send this all the way across here. Clone this. And get rid of the rest. And then we can go and just extrude these up. And then that'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then honestly, probably like something built off of this guy. Kind of like just 5. But then like bring it down here. Maybe honestly this way, another. Like that. And we do there. Okay, that'll work. And then I'm thinking for this one, it's just going to be walls to fill in these gaps. I don't really know how we're going to get a door in here quite yet, but we'll figure that out. That can be something like this. Just so it has like a slight indent to it and it's not fully flat. I don't know. Maybe there's a little door back in here. I am straight, yeah. And yes, I am married, for those who were asking. Hey, Tuxie, welcome on in. What do we want to do with these? Kind of want to do like something like this. I don't know. And we'll go on this side and do the same thing, just a little shorter. Now we'll do that. That'll work. And then they can have probably a door on both sides. A little door right here. And then like a smaller door right over there. Pro Bass Pyramid would be funny. Yeah, we definitely need a Pro Bass shop in this world. That sounds perfectly on brand for me. But for this one, I'm thinking we do a little, like we can kind of bring ourselves around here. I want to give it like a little like a entry walkway of sorts. I'm not really worried about chopping out windows or anything yet. We're just kind of going for now. Actually, what's that? 5, and then we can just bring it back over here. And then this guy, I don't really have a way of them getting onto the roof, but maybe we can give them one of those wind towers. So we just get a little bit more height out of that dude. I think that's kind of an interesting looking shaped out street here. Might work a little bit better if we bring like that out one. We just need to get a little bit more something on these guys. There just needs to be a little bit more shapeage going on. Something like that. It looks okay right now, but I really want there just to be a little bit more, like less on the clean cut lines, you know? I feel like that's really what we're hitting here. So we assume like floor level's actually here on these guys. That could be something right around there. We'll figure that out all as we're going. This style is very blocky. Like we're going with a very traditional, like Middle Eastern architecture style, like fantasy Middle Eastern-y, I guess. Very much like the Western assumption of it. So I'm not trying to claim any of this as being realistic, like actuality textures or anything like that. Like no part of me is trying to claim that what I'm doing here is historically accurate. I'm just trying to create something that looks pretty cool. Right in here, we actually have this cut back just to make a unique doorway. Yeah, why not? When are you gonna say the next video is coming out? I got a Misadventures video coming out this Thursday, and then if all things go to plan, because we're at 777 likes, why not? The hardcore Mega Tree will be out next week. And by Mega Tree, I mean the Nether Tree. I'm almost done with it. And by almost done, I mean I have the trunk finished and I'm moving on to working on the leaves. You should definitely do like a wind charge jump pad to parkour on the roofs. And then we definitely need wagons around that will be full of hay that you can eagle swan dive down into, right? Yeah, I'm deciding if you put candles in like falling leaves. I haven't done it yet. I'm gonna get through the building and then see if I want to do that or not. I'm currently debating right now if I want to go through the process of doing that or if I want to go through the process of starting to design a little bit more of the nether hubbiness on the far side. Because I've got a concept in mind that I want to run with. And so I'm debating if I want to actually start implementing a little bit of that in this video. I'm not too sure. What are we using for like flowers and gardens around here? Sorry, spammy, spam, spam, spam. Be kind of nice to get some pitcher plants. Sugarcane, I don't really want to include that up there. Ferns. Torch flowers. Okay. Looking forward to seeing the nether tree. It's coming together. We're definitely going to do some form of little thing on the corner. For now, let's just do torch flowers. Trying to think of like some seating or something. Do we like this? Maybe. Is another tree upside down? No. How do you become a tier 2 member on Twitch? If you look under the subscriber options, you should see something for upgrading your subscription if you'd like to, but please do not feel pressured at all. It's kind of good question, fWhip. What would you do without Axiom? I would still be using World Edit like everybody else would be. Wouldn't change anything. It would just be a lot slower to do this sort of stuff. When will we detail the inside of the market? Not today. We're in general plot out mode today. I don't really want to spend too much time on the market. Do we want this to be like really gardeny, or do we just want it to be like a grass lawn area that people can like sit on? Do you think you'll use leaf litter in this build? Kind of forgot leaf litter is the thing. Ooh, we could use wildflowers here. Do you still... Is the crafting recipe for leaf litter still to get the stupid, like, smelting leaves to get leaf litter? Use some cactus flowers. Nah. Dude, I really like wildflowers. This is my first time I've actually messed with them. These are fun. That's cool. That's a good time. Yeah, leaf litter, I believe, is you can make it just with... I mean, leaf litter potentially could be something that we could use to, like, blur along the edge here. Like, a little bit. Like, we could do a line of it just running this entire length. Almost looks a little bit like a bit of the packed mud is coming down into the moss. That's really repetitive. Not a fan. We'd have... yeah, we'll just erase it for now. I think the wildflowers could work. Is this a storage? It's going to be a market. Would mycelium work here? I feel like it's probably not. But I don't know. My gut says no, but well, I could be wrong. These are definitely tedious to place in, but they're kind of cool. Ooh, we actually don't have a single 4 yet, so... Yeah, I kind of like this. I really like the contrast of the really, really tall trees and then these little tiny flowers growing in. Because it kind of looks like they're still here and they're not really able to grow too much because people will be walking over the area. But they're just hunkering down next to the tree where they can. Yeah, that's kind of fun. Wildflowers always look like coins to me, a little bit. I think that's really cool looking. Also, we can, how would just regular grass blocks work in here? A little bit on the edge, maybe like the grass is kind of drying out. Or even showing where some people are like walking through, we can throw a few little grass blocks in. We can actually use the gross browny dry grass color of being in the desert biome to our advantage. What? Impossible. Actually worked well. That there, and then we also have this little one on the corner here. Yeah. Okay. Fun. We're gonna have to figure out how to spawn proof all of it, but I think that's gonna come after we design a lot of the inside. Not gonna lie, I love the brownish grass in there. Yeah, I think it works out really well. Yeah, can't really do... Can we place... Oh, you can place them anywhere. Can you place them on... Oh. Kind of like that. For here, at least. That's kind of sick. Have hidden lights under slabs on the floor. I hate hidden lighting. I avoid it at all costs. I don't like when it's nighttime and you just see the floor glowing around you. They said it couldn't be done, but desert grass has finally been used beautifully. Every block in Minecraft is a good block. You just have to find the way to use it. And every time I say that, people are like, "Nah, this one sucks." And I'm like, "No, it doesn't." Yeah, this looks good though. I'm now just realizing the tree behind my apartment has leaves on it. Oh boy. How do you stay so focused on building those? Like, was it a built habit, or I just, you know, it just super focused brain sometimes. Sometimes I want to focus and I can't focus at all. Other times I'm locked in. But I don't know. I just find that if I'm really, really enjoying and loving what I'm doing, it's... Oh, I just minimized Minecraft. Oopsies. It's a lot easier for me to really stay locked in, but sometimes I might not be loving what I'm doing. No, problem. Problem with dried grass. There's none over here, so that shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, okay, we're good. Whew, that was... Oh, no, we got another potential leak down here. Ah.
Pleased to meet you.
Arcane Gaming, thanks so much for the 8
Morning,
months,
fWhip.
my dude.
Really loving the content lately.
Thank you. Glad you've been enjoying it. Let's go with Acacia. Let's go with Tough. Fence do we want to use? I don't think I'm going to use a fence, actually. I think we go no fence. I want to build a tree here. Want it to be an acacia tree. Also, Steph Kiwi, if I missed you, thank you for the 10 months a while back. Can't remember if I did. I think that is called ADHD. Probably. I don't know. Never been tested. Don't really care to know. I know a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I want to know. I want the answer. I'm just like, nah, this is just... I'm just doing me. Use rooted dirt as dried up dirt under the palm trees. I kind of like the moss under there, that they're like really doing a lot of effort to keep this up.
For real.
Coffee for you and Sid.
Jordan, thank you so much. Appreciate the dono. Hope you're doing well today. Thank you. As always, thank you very much. I thought this was hardcore. Yeah, we're planning out the builds for the hardcore world. We are doing, quote, creative planning in my hardcore Minecraft Forever World 1.21.5 survival let's play. Like and subscribe and cool stuff and yeah, clickbait here now, please. I thought it was a pretty good title. I don't want to take this whole branch. Move it down one. Because with acacia stuff, all we really need to do for these is create like a big ol' flat canopy section. Beautiful title. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. I tried really hard on that one. The acacia leaves don't really droop a bunch, so the more we out of like this, kind of breaks it up. So we're actually just going to start literally with just these. Yeah, the way that I play Minecraft, because I find that it works a lot better for me as a person and how I just get enjoyment out of the game. A lot of people are like, how do you play so forever? Like, how do you never burn out? It's because I've found the way that I really enjoy to play Minecraft. And for me, my ideal way to play Minecraft is plan the builds in creative and then do survival grind to get them done. And that way I get to hit both sides of my Minecraft enjoyment and excitement for this game of I get to spend a lot of time in creative and get my brain juices flowing as creative energy goes and not really worry about my limitations in game. And then I get to go in survival afterwards and have the fun of grinding for it and working for it and that satisfaction of being like, yeah, heck yeah, I did this all in survival. So I find that this is the way that I can most sustainably play Minecraft, and I have a lot of fun doing it. So yeah, that's for those who are like, what the heck are we doing in creative today? That's the whole reasoning. Arcane Gaming, thank you so much for the 15, my dude. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you're doing well today. Yeah, kinda getting there. Need some more love for sure. I do half my built in creative and half in survival. There you go. How do you get motivation to put the builds in survival creative other than creating videos? I just really enjoy the process of grinding for materials in video games. I'm one of those people that when I'm playing video games, I kind of love having those tasks in video games where you just have to put the hours in to run the dungeon, to run the thing, to get it done. I actually have so much fun with those because it kind of lets me just turn my brain off and just blah, 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 blah through the whole thing. So I actually have a lot of fun doing that type of content. Especially when it's something where you know if you just run it, say like 20 or 30 more times, you're gonna get the power gain or you're gonna get whatever you need out of it. Like every time you're doing something, your character is getting stronger. Or in Minecraft, every block that I break means one less block that I need to break for the project I'm working on. So it kind of helps me really just put that full like scale of the project together to really just focus on like, okay, for every little bit of half hour here that I do, blah, 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 all adds up to the whole project being completed. And I have a lot of fun with that. Thoughts? What do we think of the tree? Why do you prefer hardcore? I like hardcore because it keeps me focused in the game at all times, and it keeps that constant threat to it. So I can't really just like lollygag my way through it. Like there's a constant threat, so it actually helps me stay motivated more. kind of like it. I think it works. We need that in there just to blur it a little bit, actually. Might be a gray. Yeah, gray works better. Trying to think of, they would probably have the tree here and let it stay here because it offered shade like for the intersection. So trying to make sure that we're getting a decent amount coming in here, you know. Need to actually make the shade tree have shade. I know, crazy thought. Yeah, there we go. Where do we have other light coming through? Right here. Yeah, that gives us a good amount of shade underneath the tree. We got that much darker tone in the lighting there, which I think helps. And we're apparently getting light coming through right here. Not sure how. Oh no, that's just, let's see, if I do H, oh, that doesn't matter. Suck. All my keybinds got reset. I gotta slowly fix them all. Kind of like I'm being more of like these blocky ends to it. I think it kind of works better for this type of tree, but I don't know. I think it actually looks pretty good though. How you do that on the fly and live, impressive as an understatement. Oh, building the tree. Yeah, I built a lot of trees. I got a lot of practice. Never thought of using tough as wood for a tree. Go look at trees outside. A lot of the bark on trees actually has like a grayer tone to it. It's not your typical like. It's very rare to see a tree that actually has like that brown of a trunk to it. I mean, like these are definitely based off of reality, but they're definitely like a gamified version of it. But a lot of trees actually have like grayer trunks to them. At least like on that tone side. So yeah. You see what B-dubs did with candles as leaves? Yeah, I've seen a lot of people do that. Looks pretty good. Just because we can, and it's new. Maybe? Maybe. I kind of dig this tree, though. I think I want to copy it and clone it out of here. Let's get this whole area copied. Clone this up here. Take our erase tool. Be very careful not to erase the building down below. Yeah, on its own, even? It's definitely weighted more towards this side, but that's kind of a fun looking tree. Yeah, so now what we can do... Oh, jeez. Wrong button. Let's go with our box select here. Bring that side over here. Bring it way down. Take this corner. Bring that over here. Bring it way up. Make sure that we got the entire thing selected. We do not. And we want to control copy, control P, and then we can create a blueprint of it. We're gonna go with tree, acacia. Would this be a medium? One, I don't know. Tree, acacia, medium. I'm gonna save it. You won't see this. I'm in the matrix. No, I'm just in the config folder. Cool. And we're done. Now we have that as a blueprint. So then I can come into here if I ever wanted it. We now have this. And we can just, if we ever want to use it somewhere else, or if we want to rotate it or do whatever, we've now got access to it. I'll get that put in the Superblat world here soon too, so. Now we got another acacia tree that we can use. Yay, new custom tree. Ooh. My extended render distance for entities is not working. Guess I don't have that mod installed. Sick. Da 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 da. I think I'm actually gonna call it there for today. That's a lot of good stuff planned out. We got this whole area sorted. We got little trees dotted around, and we got all of these buildings shaped. We just need to actually start getting in here and working on them and finishing them up, which is pretty fun. So all we need to do is like come through and start getting these points in, but that's all, you know, super fun stuff for me to gotta do. And then we just need to start actually building them. So I think that's actually going to do it for today's stream. Thank you everybody so very much for hanging. If you haven't already, click the like button as we head on out of here. And I swear I'm done. Definitely totally done. Super done. Super done. Actually, that's not what I want to do. I want to do this one, not that floor. Yeah, I'll come through and start working on these and getting them detailed out a little bit more. But yeah, might be streaming again tomorrow afternoon for another little creative stream. We'll probably keep working on this stuff and keep it going. So if you want to check that out, be sure to, I think that one might be Twitch only. I'm still trying to figure out some stuff like that, but might just be doing a little chill stream tomorrow afternoon. But that's going to do it for today. We'll be back definitely on, for sure on Wednesday. Doing some stuff over there. We've got another little sponsor stream with Go-Go Squeeze, so we're gonna be doing probably misadventures, jumping into Go-Go Squeeze, little sponsor stream for an hour over on Mine Hut again, and then we'll be coming back and doing some more misadventure stuff. But I want to keep working on all these different things together and all that cool stuff. So thank you so much for being here, my friends, and with that, I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye. Jewel, if you're still in here, thank you so very much. You are still in here. Thanks for a stream. It was your birthday and I missed it? Oh, Jewel, I'm so sorry. Happy birthday, my friend. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for the support, my dude. Alrighty, my friends. That's going to do it for today. There's an ad starting soon. How do I... no, it's starting. I can't snooze it. It's already got... We're just going to raid. We're getting out of here. Okay, bye.